care, don't decide how. He lays my heart, he lays in your brain. I don't care what the people say. I can even keep on, you give me a key, but if you wanna make it, just drive hard. I know I'll be service you.
Hello, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram users. This is FOB El Fuego here on location at a very, very dark place. I wanted to speak to this person and he said okay, but I had to be blindfolded and driven around, and all I've been hearing are like cages rattling, and for some reason I've been hearing cats.
And your car died.
And my car died, yeah.
Hopefully not.
I don't think it's dead. I think the battery just crapped out on me. I can fix it.
You got stranded.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, but
yeah,
you'll be fine.
I got stranded because I wanted to talk to an old friend of mine that I have not seen since Texas Showdown, and I think the last time we saw each other was the poverty tournament for Dark Stalkers.
Yeah, Vampire Savior one.
Vampire Savior. Excuse me, Vampire Savior.
It's the same shit to me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So, I would like to introduce back to the podcast Mr. Nero. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Hanging out at home.
Hanging out at home. Okay. Now, we're going to do this podcast a little different because usually we have a topic talking about what's happening in the fighting game community. But there's been something I've been wanting to do with Henry for a while now. And we have not been able to do anything like this because one hurricane happened, Hurricane Harvey.
How did you go through that anyway?
Oh man, we were okay. There was a lot of water.
No flooding in the house or nothing?
Not in the house. I don't know if you ever gone to my... No, you never gone to my house.
I've been in the area though. I know the spot.
Okay, I live on a little duplex.
Yeah.
Okay, and our houses were a little bit elevated.
Yeah.
So I was on the second floor. So the streets never really flooded, but if you go across the street to where the park is,
yeah,
that portion got flooded.
Yeah, because me and Laura were here for like a solid week and a half, and everything around us flooded, but our area was fine. I could walk like 4 blocks that way, 4 blocks that way, 4 blocks that way. Mm-hmm. Like, fuck trying to go to Walmart on 45 because that was completely flooded around.
Yeah.
That water barter was fucked. Everything else was fucked. But like our little spot here was like the Fiesta opened up and I walked there and went to go get food and came back. They're still selling tacos. I'm like, sweet. We have.
Yeah, it was a very crazy time because we were. In our portion of Baytown, there wasn't really a lot of flooding except for the streets that did like these dips.
Yeah.
Some of the businesses did get flooded there, but the bigger damage came from not only in the Houston area, but if you go head east to Beaumont in that direction.
Yeah, they got
from Mount Bellevue. I'm not that far from Mount Bellevue.
Yeah.
From where I stay. If you get on I-10, you pass Baytown, and then you go one street over is Mount Bellevue.
Yeah.
All of Mount Bellevue, including old houses that have been there and the new houses that are being built, got bodied hard. And then from there, all the way to Beaumont, which I have some friends over there, they got it pretty bad over there too. And then headed toward Louisiana.
Yeah.
And they made it out okay, but it was just a bad storm.
Humble got hit here. Humble was fucked. Eric, his house got his stuff got messed up to the point where he's not here anymore.
He left.
He left Houston, which is a bummer.
He left like 2 weeks later.
Yeah,
after the storm.
Penguin left. His place got wrecked, and there's nothing here. He's like, there's no point in staying, and his wife hates Texas, so fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. It's like that was a not only a life threat because like I volunteered at Georgia Brown like a day, and
yeah, you and Laura did, right?
Yeah, we both did. It was for her for work, but I volunteered to go with her, and the amount of people that got affected by that thing was like crazy.
I can only imagine because I've seen
crazy how many people were in that convention center.
Because from where we were watching on all we had was TV and the internet.
Yeah,
but we had lost power the initial day that it hit, which was Saturday, the night of the boxing fight, and we went home. And as we were going home, we don't live that far from my parents' house.
Yeah,
we were literally walking down the street. It was raining really hard, and all of a sudden we saw boom, and then a big lightning crash.
Yeah,
happened, and it knocked power out within the entire block. We did not have power until midnight, until I want to say 8 in the morning. Because afterwards, everything came back on.
Yeah.
And we were watching TV because
Nothing to do.
we had nothing to do. And not only that, I was like, you weren't in the chat anymore at that point, right?
Yeah, I had jumped out. I was
Okay.
like, I jumped out of the chat and then was just like, I'm based here. I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
And like, we lost power for like a minute. And then after that, it came back on and everything was back fine. The only thing was we were in this one area where like it's not flooded, but it's inaccessible to everybody.
Right.
Like that, there's nobody trying to risk going to north side. Like we told people, it's like, look, if you need a place to stay that's not wet, you can come and hang out at the apartment, and we're fine. Our spot's fine. We don't have anything to worry about. But no one really could take us up on that offer because there's no way to get over here.
Yeah, a lot of the highways that were closed off.
Oh yeah, the highways were fucked.
We had family trying to leave. They lived in Dickinson, where Todd lives at.
Yeah.
Trying to get to Baytown. If you ever try going from where they're coming from the Galveston area that way,
Yeah.
you got to go over the Fair Harbor Bridge.
Yeah.
That bridge was closed off, not because of the hurricane. An 18-wheeler flipped over and chemicals spilled out in the middle of the street.
Yep. And that mixes with everything, and that just makes everything a fucking mess.
So they couldn't even go there, so they had to go back, and they went to another direction where, luckily, there was family in that area.
I was still at Q1, the Amazon building in Humble. And
Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
that place was an island, basically, and a few people were able to make it to work, but most of them, I know several coworkers that lost everything. Because of the hurricane, my transfer to Q2, which is just down the block, got delayed, and so I had to work one more week over there at Q1.
And you've been wanting to go.
I had been wanting to go, and I was like, I need to get out of this fucking building because this place is annoying me to death. And one more week, I lasted one more week, and just like, fuck, this is so good.
Just one more.
But then going up there, you see everybody's stories were like, yeah, because people from all over the city work in that building, from New Caney and Humble and Baytown, and my friend Megan works. She stays in Baytown, and she would drive up there every day to get to work. And it's like she didn't make it to work for a while, and a bunch of other people did too. And it was crazy hearing all the stories of how much people some people weren't affected too bad, some were, and then some people lost everything, and they were at work because got to get some kind of income going. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, not only that, well, if you weren't in the chat, I'll tell you what happened in the chat. We were keeping up with one another. Cameron would constantly do check-ins with us.
Yeah,
make sure we're
Cameron
okay.
checked in a lot.
Todd, myself.
Jesse's funny story was he checked in on us. We just checked randomly, and he goes, and Jesse messaged me out of nowhere. He's like, Henry, how you doing over there? And I'm like, oh, we're fine. Our apartment's not even covered in water. It's wet, sure, but it's not bad. And he goes and we hear him on the thing. He's like, yes, that's great. And he's like, why? What's up? And he's like, my car's out there. My car's in the my car's in the shop, and so it's down the street from you. So if you're fine, my car's fine. I'm like, yes. And it's like, oh fucking.
Oh well, I'm okay too. All right, cool, man. All right, bye.
Yeah, we're good. It was cool. We saw him last Friday, and we were talking about it too, and he was just laughing. It's like, yeah, because if I knew you guys were safe, I knew my car was safe. It's so great.
Oh, freaking Jesse. But yeah, everyone was checking up on another. I want to give a quick shout out to Cameron, because this dude, not only that he kept tabs on everybody, anytime there were updates that we did in our area, he would share the update to everybody. Because I posted a video for Baytown, how it was in my area, and as soon as that happened, he shared it, and then bosses door, everyone, big community effort as far as telling you, if you're gonna leave now, go do this and that, go to the store.
Yeah.
But it got to the point to where we were so in sync with one another. We were like, okay, has anyone checked on Henry? Fuck. Does he know he's my more concern was that if he knew how to swim. Do you know how to swim?
No, I can if I need to.
Okay. Alright. So
yeah, but it's not something I do every day. It's been a while since I've gone. I haven't gone to the beach in at this point since I was 22, so I'm 11 years ago. So I guess I still know how. I just haven't done it in a long.
Well, just to let you know, the water has changed color.
I know. It's I don't even bother trying to go to Galveston anymore.
No, if you ever do decide to go to the beach, if for some reason you end up over there, I suggest South Padre.
Yeah, everybody says that.
The water's so freaking clean. I told my wife, if we ever, because I'm like you, I don't want to go to Galveston for the water. It's so nasty looking.
I go to Galveston to go hang out. And then go by the beach and just get some sea air and just some salt air, and that's just chill or whatever. But I ain't swimming in that crap.
Yeah.
It's like last time I was like, oh, flesh-eating virus found. It's like, yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I
Fucking A.
I know.
I'm like, nah. So I avoid the beach. Again. I'm like, no. Don't need to be see my fat ass running around on the fucking sand. I'm like, nah.
So, what was I gonna say? So yeah, we were like trying to check up on you. I didn't have to check up on you because you've been posting.
Yeah, I was fucking around because I was bored. I didn't have anything to do.
Yeah, and then we were.
I jumped on Third Strike, and then Mutant's like, "You guys, you're fine." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." It's like our streamer sets. It's like fucking. We're like, you guys.
We need things to keep our minds off of it. Because the funny thing happened is in the chat we were like, "Well, fuck, what do we do?" And then Joe, Joe was like, "Man, this is probably the only time I'm probably ever gonna say this. Let's play Street Fighter 5." So he jumped on, Naughty Monkey jumped on, Caleb jumped on, and a guy named George jumped on.
Yeah, I know George. Yeah.
Okay, and then I jumped on.
Yeah.
And at the time, that's when Manat dropped, I think. It was Manat. And, because my wife was like, she's like, oh, I didn't see that character. I'm like, well, I just jumped with her. Capcom knew the hurricane was coming. So they just say, here's Manat, just to help you calm your minds and all that. That's probably the only time she did not tell me.
How does she play? She looks like a mix of Rose and I would say like another Jury, basically.
She plays nothing like Rose.
Nothing like Rose?
No, the only thing that she has similar is the
orbs, basically, the orbs.
So similar, it's not the same, but the EX,
they remind me of Omen from Killer Instinct.
What is it? Yeah, that's what it is. But with it's like her Dragon Punch motion where she goes up, like the big anti-air that she does, the anti-air grab.
Yeah, the grab. Okay.
That's the only move that she has similar. The way that she works is that ball, the punch strings and the kick strings. If she has it, it'll extend her range on the attacks. Yeah. Now, if you're doing a jumping attack with the heavy or the medium, I think it's the heavies mostly. As soon as you land, you can't hit it again to throw the ball. There's like a little cooldown time to do it. It's like immediate. But Todd's been using her because I've been helping Todd to go do like the training as far as hitting normals to keep the opponent away because you want to frustrate your opponent as much as possible. Yeah, because he can do that. Todd can do it. It's just he needs help with his normals. So I said use her. I mean, and then. Because he's also using Abigail. Yeah. And then when you start getting the timing right when you have to do your moves, switch back to Abigail. Yeah. And start applying those. Because the ranges are almost the same except Manoxus is a little bit faster. Yeah. And just a little bit further. But Abigail can make it hurt a whole lot more compared to what Manox can do. Yeah. So she's fun. She was one of the characters that took me a while to actually do the trials. Yeah. It took like a good almost 2 hours. Mm-hmm. That last one is a bitch. Actually, I have it streamed. I've done the whole thing where I was trying
I saw it on there. It popped up on my feed.
And I kept doing it. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And so eventually I by luck landed it. I'm like, okay, I ain't touching that thing again. Just keep on going straight. Move on. So she's fun to use. Yeah. But I have yet to fight a Manat online. And the only Manats I fought online and ranked was a guy pressing light kick over and over again. And you...
that's online for you nowadays.
Yeah. And it's like... And I'm like, the first thing I saw is all you can see is you're going kick.
Maybe it's that streamer, what's her name? Casey Tron. Who literally just tried to fucking troll everybody. It's like, I'm an elite gamer and she's just literally reading Roundhouse with Cammy. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, you're fun. You suck, so go away.
If you can't beat these, you shouldn't be fighting me. But I was like light kick, and I'm literally like thinking, okay, I'm being trolled, but how bad am I being trolled? Yeah. So of course I beat her, and then it didn't click until like, oh, somebody just possibly fell asleep on the button. Fell asleep on the turbo button, and it's just.
Oh my god. Either that or somebody's cat's playing the damn
thing.
Just sitting on the button or whatever.
That's funny. But yeah, as far as the storm goes, everyone made it out okay. But as safety-wise, like the people came out okay. Yeah. House-wise, like you said, Eric.
Unfortunately, had some issues. Tim had some issues. Penguin had some issues.
Yeah, and then two of them had to leave. Eric's still here.
Yeah, Eric's still here.
But
that's good. I'm glad he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to volunteer and go help him clean his house. I remember he was asking, it's like, hey, anybody got time? And I'm like, I would have had time, but then my transfer went through, and then my schedule was like completely like different, and so I didn't have the afternoons I had. Usually, I don't get out till like 6 o'clock, so I was literally like, no. And then by that time, I'm exhausted. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm not trying to go nowhere.
All right, so basically, what I wanted to do here. This is about you. Mm. You've been wanting to vent, and I want to provide the platform to you.
Well, what do you want to know? What's the one thing you wanted to know my opinion of first?
Well, there were opinions on, of course, Mad Cat sticks, the ones that you don't like, the TE2s.
Yeah,
the TE2 pluses.
They feel they're fine, but they just don't have the designs and elegance of the older ones. Like the original TEs, I love still. It's my favorite one. I regret selling the one I had. But I had to. Something came up and I just had to get rid of it. And that was the one I knew would sell. So I was like, okay, that's the one thing. That's the one bummer I have about it. And like the TE2s, they felt cheap, but not cheap in a quality sense. Mm-hmm. More like cheap in a design sense. They were like the design and the convenience of being able to mod it a lot easier. Was they sacrificed the design element of it. It feels too bulky. I don't like the bezel at all. I don't like the shape of it. It's too rectangular. Like, I like rectangular sticks. I have my Hori VX. It's a fine, just a rectangle stick. That's all it is. But it's simple. It's a lot thinner. It's a lot lighter. That thing shouldn't be. If it's just that design for that stick, it shouldn't be that big. It shouldn't be that heavy. It should be a bit sleeker and a bit more compact. Mm-hmm. And it's just awkward. I don't like the start button position. I think that weird bezel on the top of it, that indentation, whatever. Yeah. Like the whole use a strap to carry it around. It's like, no one does that. Like you would do it, sure.
I do.
But
I don't carry.
But
okay,
someone
to be fair, I use it as a briefcase sort of.
That's fine. That's fine. But they have sticks that look a lot better, like the old Convos that have the little handle on it on the side. And like anyone who's serious about taking care of their stick is going to either invest in is going to spend the money to get a stick bag, or buy themselves a decent backpack and carry it around with them. Right. Or like Ducky John used to do. He's got the link shaft that takes it off. He pulls that off, and his stick, his TE2 becomes just this like flat surface, and he can stick it in a briefcase or whatever he needs to do.
Oh yeah.
It makes it a whole lot easier for him that he doesn't have to worry about it. If you're buying sticks, you're trying to invest money in just making sure your sticks work and are clean and safe. And so the idea of wearing it around as like a fucking messenger bag just never appealed to me whatsoever. It looked dumb. Those handles look stupid. And the aesthetics of it, the design and aesthetic was sacrificed for more of the convenience of modability, which was fine because a lot of people like they want to learn how to mod sticks, and that's a very good beginner
how to do it.
Oh, this is how you take out buttons, and this is how you change up the wiring.
Like the plastic frame around it.
Yeah,
because I have yet up until I had that stick, I have yet to modify it. Until I had to buy the replacement panel for it. Yeah, the panel is what, and then that too. It's an easy way to do it. You don't have to worry about risking popping it off or breaking it. It's a lot easier to take the bezel off. It's a lot easier to take that thing off and everything. Me personally, I don't like plexiglass or plexi things on it. They're always they're a hassle.
They're a hassle. They get dirty. They look crap. I'd rather have a vinyl sticker or a metal plate or something like that. Simple, and it just makes it a lot easier and a lot more clean. Because I don't like. I'm one of these people. I'm like, I hate fingerprints on my stuff. I hate, especially now with a lot of the Horis and the Convos that are coming out. Everything has to be a fucking shiny surface. Everything. That crystal is the most shiny fucking surface on the planet. That fucking dragon, silver and aluminum looking thing. Fingerprints galore on that piece of shit. I'm like, God damn it.
They look badass though.
Vinny at Showdown, for a whim, said fuck it and bought himself a dragon. For the hell of it. He just saw it there and it looked nice for him, right? Mm-hmm. Thing's huge. No one needs to have that goddamn thing as a personal stick. That's something you're buying to mount into a fucking cabinet or something. Or George, he has the Hori VLX, the title one, the fucking official one. It's a nice, clean, fucking fingerprints up the ass on it, all everywhere. Just like, oh, I hate that so much. I can't stand it. Or you don't know him all that well. Maybe you've seen him every once in a while. He's one of the few guys that plays KOF in Houston. Ricardo. I think it's the name he goes by is like Stray Wolf or something. Like,
no, I don't.
Yeah, he's been around a couple times, and he's been to U of H a couple times, and he's usually playing KOF. And Sergio knows him really well because for a while I was trying to learn KOF 13, and I was really getting into it. And like, he popped up with this plexiglass only stick. That's like the shell is plexiglass, and it's got handles, and he's got his artwork and everything like that. And I looked at it, and it's like, it's gorgeous, but every 2 seconds he's got a rag wiping it down. Because it's fingerprints all over the fucking... Because it's a plexiglass stick. And it's literally just like clear. Yeah. And he's got the handles on it and everything like that. And he's like wiping it down. After every match, wiping it down. After he's playing, wipes it down again. It's the most cumbersome thing in the world. And to me, those things feel like so fragile. Mm-hmm. Like you hit that thing wrong once or you lean it down, it breaks. Like it's the same thing. Tim had one.
Yeah, do you remember his?
But
it cool. It looks cool.
My favorite part about his was he had the sticks, just the dowels, the oak dowels or whatever inside of it, just holding it together. It's like the pieces, and I was like, that was cool. It's like it was whatever.
I will say that's one of the cooler sticks.
I never wanted to use it because I was always afraid I'm gonna break this damn thing if I drop this or move it around the wrong way.
And one of his buttons on the far side, I'm not sure if it was the start button. It wasn't in like in a hole. It was like in a slot.
Yeah,
it extended outward. Like you're talking about like in a line, and in the middle was a button. I'm thinking, you barely have that thing in there. It fits perfectly. Yeah. But imagine if you hit it the wrong way and the thing just breaks.
Cracks. And I'm like,
cool. I'll give you that.
If I'm gonna spend $200+ on a stick, I want that damn thing to be a tank. I want that thing to be able to where I can throw it across the room.
And still be able to play it.
And all I have to do is pop the goddamn buttons back in and the stick and just tighten it up again and it'll work fine.
So you want a Terminator stick then?
I would like something like that. Give me something like that. Like the faux hammer sticks, those metal cases, or like the one Mr. V has.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like that thing's a tank. You drop that at somebody's head, you're going to hurt somebody. That kind of thing. Like those are the kind of sticks that I want. Because those are just designed to take punishment and beat up and everything like that.
So what about the design that Angel was making for the prototype? Did you ever see those?
No, I never got a chance.
My hitbox was one of them.
Yeah, the aluminum case, the metal case.
Yeah,
those were nice, but and Angel's work was good on it. I think I saw yours, and it's like the only thing with yours is like it's way too small. Like
it's for it.
Yeah, it's like a keyboard basically, and it's like. And,
I specifically told them to make it that small because it's for travel use.
Yeah, that was fine if that's what you want, but for me it's not. I prefer smaller sticks, don't get me wrong. My favorite ones are like the Hori EX2s I have.
Yeah, the little
Namco ones and everything like that. Those are fine. Or the SEs, those are still some of my favorite sticks. And so smaller sticks don't bother me. Except for that Alpha. That Mad Catz Alpha is the most piece of shit
I bought that
thing toy. George defends it to the death. I don't know why.
It's not bad. Oh,
it's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you a huge issue with it right now. With mine.
Yeah. It doesn't work, right?
It doesn't work.
Yeah. It happened to a lot of them.
Yeah, okay. But
they're not designed to be taken like...
No, what I do like about it is one the size is very travel easy.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the buttons themselves, they're really good.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
They're really good.
They're better than the Hori Mini, that little itty bitty one.
Yes.
Which I actually got to try at. Me and Laura went to Replay Expo to go see a concert, and it had a game jam there, like a developers like showing off their indie games. And one of these games they had it hooked up to a PC, and it was the little itty bitty Hori one.
But I liked so small.
But I liked it because it was just like you literally just have this, and that's all you need. You just tap on it.
But it's like, I actually had a chance to use it. Because they have those controllers in Baytown.
Yeah.
All Star Comics, and they have 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I asked the guy,
you can't mod them for shit.
No, you can't.
They're not meant to be modded.
Those are not. But
they're stock little itty bitty, like my 5-year-old wants a stick.
But the Mad Catz one though is that the way that they have it connected is the board itself is connected right underneath.
Yeah, it's soldered to the buttons and everything like that.
So, but it can be detached.
I've seen them modded. I've seen them fully modded out and Sandra sweeted up and everything like that. It's just, but my thing is, what's the point? It's a toy. It feels like a toy. It doesn't have any weight to it. It doesn't have any kind of Like, I prefer a smaller stick, sure, but I still need weight or some kind of durability to it. If you put that Alpha in a frame that you can clamp down, then fine, that's perfect. But
and I think honestly that's what I'm possibly thinking of doing to it.
Yeah, I would build it a shell that you can put inside of it, and you can mount it to something, and then you're fine. That'll be perfect for you.
Because I like the fact that it's small and actually
get yourself an IKEA table, drill out the little hole, and everything like that, and just slam it in there.
Did you see my desk that I made?
Yeah, I saw.
Okay, I'm gonna make my own frame for that stick.
Yeah,
that's the next plan for it. But the whole issue is it's like I take it to the showdown. And they fixed it. They recently messed up again. I think it's the board itself. So I forgot the name of the people that worked on it.
Vico Mods.
I think so.
That was who was here.
They did not do a bad job because
he fixed my
my ivory stick. That's what I brought with me right now.
Yeah,
still works like a charm.
Yeah, he fixed my VX because the cord had gone out, and I got that fixed up and everything.
But what I wanted to do was if I could have them work on it, like just remove the board, and because I asked him, I asked Eric this, and Eric would be like, why? But I'm like, it's not. I goes because I want to. Okay, don't.
That's fine. That's fine. I get you that. I get that.
But I'm saying but I asked him is it possible to do it? He's like, yes.
Well, people said the same thing when I want to mod those two EX2s I have, the itty bitty ones.
Yeah.
I asked Dave about it because I'd seen he'd done them a couple of times, and he's like, you can, and it's not not expensive, but it is for the parts and everything like that. Because I don't need them to be multi-console. I just need them to be on 360. Just put some new buttons and make them look nice.
Right, and honestly, I just wanted working on this A console.
Yeah, but Dave's like, there's no real point in modding these because they're a pain in the ass to do it, and because there's very little room in them, and it makes. You got to make all these adjustments to it, and it's again, those are directly soldered to the board, so you got to remove that, change it out, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, he says it's like you can, and if you want to, you can. I'll do it, but I'm telling you, it's kind of a waste of time. You would.
Is it Dave? Dave is who?
Silvero, one of the guys from the Poverty Maniacs guys.
Is his gamer name Dumpling?
I think so. I'm not sure what his tag is.
I think I might have followed.
But he's the art director, one of the art directors for for not Focus Attack or for one of these companies or whatever. One of those. They use him a lot. So he designed those stickers and everything for those.
He gave me one, and I'm like, here's a sticker, but I didn't put two and two together, because I only knew him as Dumpling. I didn't know he was part of.
Yeah.
The company up until recently, where he's gonna be at Onicon.
Yeah, they're doing that today. That's part of their deal. They're running the arcade.
And tomorrow they're doing a Street Fighter 5 tournament, which I'm not be able to do, which busts me out because I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Don't have time. But
yeah, they invited me, but I'm like, I don't have the money right now to go to Onicon because you have to have a badge in order to get in there.
Of course, yeah.
And that's fine. I didn't know about it way too much, and I like Onicon. I prefer Onicon, the convention over Anime Matsuri. Matsuri has become too big, and some of the crowd there is kind of shitty. And Onicon was the first convention I ever went to when they were at Georgia Brown, but then they moved over to Galveston, which makes it a little harder to get to, but it's worth it. Yeah, and it's I hear good things about it. They get good guests, and they got their arcade room set up, and it's really nice. So yeah, because Anime Matsuri was my worst experience because that was my first technically my first showdown was the one that happened at Matsuri.
Really?
And I had entered Street Fighter 4. That was the first time I played Marvel. Marvel had just come out. Not even Ultimate, it was Marvel 3. Mm-hmm. And I entered that. I entered King of Fighters 12, I think. And what else did I enter? Whatever. And it was so disorganized. I was called for the Street Fighter 4 tournament. I was sitting right next to the cabinet. I didn't hear anybody call my name. Then I got disqualified. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm right here. But they had gone on past me or whatever because nobody knew me. I was just like this guy. At that point, nobody knew who the fuck I was. Mm-hmm. So I was just a rando that was there. And then I got to play the Marvel one, but again, it was my first time playing it, and I think my first opponent was Kenzo. I got wrecked, obviously.
You're like, well.
And my second, I got to play the KF12 one, which was fine, but I didn't know how to play that game either, and I got destroyed pretty much. I literally spent all of Matsuri in the arcade room just playing Tatsunoko versus Capcom because they had a cabinet there.
Yeah.
And I was just people left and right just taking them off. Like they couldn't beat me for like 2-3 hours solid. It was so
You're
funny.
you're like, where's the tournament for this game?
Nah, no tournament for that one. And that was the year. I think Kid Viper and Kenzo got to the finals of Blaze Blue, and they had. I'm not sure which version it was, but they had the producer there, and whoever got to win, I think Kid Viper won. He got to play against the producer, and that was really, really. It was cool. That was like the one cool thing about those tournaments or whatever. But like, I'm glad Showdown was no longer at Matsuri because it was clear after that first one. It's like, okay, they
put two things in one.
The convention's the priority. The tournament's a secondary thought. Yeah. Like seriously bad, and then they didn't really have much of an arcade room. Like no bring your own console area, nothing like that. So it was really, really bad. So I stopped going to that for tournaments. I think I went one more year to go hang out for the convention, but I only went like a day.
Yeah.
And that was it. But like all the shit that's associated with Matsuri, I don't like it at all. It's like a lot of like the sexual harassment claims from that whole thing, and then all the stupid shit that happens at the rave, and like you're a kid and you're like you're gonna go have fun. You're away from your parents. Go do whatever the fuck you want. Just be safe about it. Don't be a dick like breaking windows and doors and messing up equipment and all that kind of shit.
Making a mess in the room.
Making a mess and everything like that. And then like also I'm 33 now. I'm a creepy old guy at the anime convention. It's like it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that anymore. It's like, I'm talking to this rando kid, like person. It's like, it turns out they're 13. It's like, that looks fucking great on my resume.
She's
right
only 13.
And like, just walk away. Just like, nope.
You lied. You told me you were 12.
And then they find out you're the older guy. It's like, you can go get us booze. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I could.
Your mother is right by you. I'm not getting you booze.
They're like, I'm just as old as your mom, possibly.
And then I end up just sitting there, and I'll go to a couple of panels. It was nice because you go to the panels and we'll meet voice actors and get pictures, and that's cool. That's still fun for a convention, but I can do that at Evo, or I can do that at another fighting game tournament, and just have more in common with people and just sit in a room and play games or whatever.
Right.
It's like I'm not going to a convention to go meet waifus and shit. Fuck that. No. I'm a dirty old man in this fucking place. I'm like, yeah.
No, we're married now.
Yeah, that's coming up. That's gonna be funny.
So your arcade sticker rant.
yeah. My Injustice one is gone. I broke the fuck out of that, and then I ripped it apart and took the parts I could spare out of it. I don't even know if it works anymore. I have the case still. If you want it, you can have it.
Oh, the shell?
Yeah, I have the shell. If you want it, it's still in there. And so if you want to have some fun and maybe build something with it, but
possibly
it's something. I need another 360 stick because I only have my EX2s and my VX, and my VX I need to clean. I need to strip out, repaint it, get up and put some new buttons in it and everything like that. It still works fine. It just I need to get it cleaned up and because it's starting to look kind of grungy.
Yeah.
So I need to get it fixed up.
Yeah, I lost my old Injustice stick in a car wreck.
Yeah.
And I had that one just modded into the Xbox One controller.
Eric's drowned. I mean, he had one and it drowned, and then he had another stick and he's like, that's not much of a loss, but then because he hates the Injustice stick. I know he does.
I honestly
like the shell.
That was the reason why I actually got to using stick more. I had already bought the 8-Arc Ivory, but I did not know how to use it yet.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I want to get.
I can't use your sticks for nothing.
That was before they were modified.
Yeah, but even still, the way you have your sticks set up, I can't use them. They're like 8 gates, like you have the octa gates on them. Uh-huh. Your buttons are silent.
Wait, are you ranting about my way my controller set up?
Yeah, it's like they're like the most frustrating.
Let me have it. Just
they're the most frustrating setups. Like it's like because I can't use silent buttons. They feel like mush. They feel crap. I don't feel a registered punch or button press whenever I do it. And I can play on an octagate. I have an octagate in the bedroom, but like that one, I just can't play on your stick. It's so weird. I don't know what it is.
I got it to my liking, honestly. Like
I can play on Tony's, but because they were mine, they used to be my sticks before I gave them to Tony, and I could only use Eric's like once in a blue moon because I don't want to touch his stuff because his stuff looks expensive and I don't want to fuck it up. And then like the Hori Kais or whatever the common ones, it's like they're fine, but I don't like them all that much.
Which one you had? The Ori what?
I had the Hori the Hayabusa.
That's the one you gave Henry.
That's the one I gave Tony. Yeah, that's the one I gave Tony. That one was fine. The only problem I had with it stock was that the stick was too loose. So I put a 2-pound spring in it, and then that was perfect for me.
That's the only thing I don't like about those sticks.
The sticks are tubeless. They feel flimsy.
Yeah.
Then it's like they're fine. They're not. That's the only thing I would change out of the box. Plus the buttons aren't my favorite. I don't like those.
I think they're almost too fleshed in. Almost.
Yeah, and they're. I don't like the feel of them. They just feel cheap.
Yeah.
They're not cheap, but they feel cheap. They're fine buttons, but like they're not something I would use on for anything I want to play on.
Right.
Like I prefer Sanwa. A lot of people prefer Shimizu, and they have the Hayabusa buttons now coming. But I'm Sanwa to the end. Those are my favorite because they're loud, they click, and they're responsive, so they work.
Mine are Sanwa silent.
Yeah, I can't do those. They just feel mush.
Well, I do it because one, like I'm not the only one in the house anymore. I have to.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just slam the fuck out of things.
No,
like that's part of the deal of living with me. Like you gotta fucking hear
I have to be mindful of my wife now.
I try, and like I don't play at night.
You're tapping the buttons.
I don't play at night. If it's at night and she's home and like she's asleep, I'm just like I'll come in the living room and play like Sonic or something.
No, like actually, most of my training is at night.
Yeah,
and
but that's the other thing too. She's usually, my girl was usually up with me like way too late in the morning playing games, and so she's playing Diablo in here, and I'm playing Third Strike in the bedroom or whatever. So it's like it is what it is. So
yeah, as long as you ran on my controller layout. Thanks, Henry.
I can't use that thing.
Well, that is not for you.
I remember you let me use it for something, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I remember staring at it like, I can't use this thing.
And I'm like, well, what's wrong with it? Everything.
The layout's fucking funky, and I'm like,
it's an Ori layout.
But it's the upward one.
That's the Injustice layout.
No.
Yes, it is.
I thought yours looks like your stick looks
because
more
of. I'm gonna tell you the story why it's laid out that way. The way I ended up that way. When I bought the 8-arc Ivory stick,
yeah,
it was the way that it looks. If you look at it on the internet right now, same stock parts. I bought it used from a guy from Houston.
Yeah,
he was a Sagat player, if I'm not mistaken. He wanted to get rid of it, but he only had. He goes, "This is what it is. It costs this much, but because these buttons are not working." I'll knock off a few more bucks off.
Yeah.
So I got my stick. Angel told me it was a good stick. He was going to get it. I'll fix it up for you. So he fixed it up for me. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going, have Angel fix it up for me on the side.
Yeah.
And around that same time, that was whenever I went to my first showdown.
Yeah.
And that weekend or the next day, that's when Injustice 1 was going to come out.
Yeah.
So I bought the Injustice package where it was you came with the game and the case stick. Yeah. I still have that video on YouTube.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like one of my very first
I remember that
fighting game videos for my gaming channel. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool and all that. You just this and this and that. And what helped me was that I used that stick to learn Injustice. Yeah. So I was like learning this stuff, but then I noticed something different from the get-go. Is like, oh, I like the way that it feels, like button-wise. Yeah. It like my fingers rest on the buttons a lot easier. Well, there was an Injustice tournament. The first Injustice tournament was coming up in the Insomnia location back where they used to be at. Yeah. The far one.
The old one, yeah.
Yeah, very old one. And Angel was going to meet me over there. Yeah. And so, okay, cool. Anyway, I get there, and I'm like, I already practiced, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do it. And then Angel not only fixed the buttons, but he replaced the USB cable because I was having an issue with it too. Yeah. And I was about to say on it. I was playing there was one guy, and anytime I tried hitting a button, I would miss the button. Yeah. Slightly. And it bothered the crap out of me. I'm like, why is this happening? And then I keep looking and I reconnecting my Injustice stick that I had. Yeah. Which is the PS3 version. They were using the Xbox 360 version. Yeah. So I couldn't use it. But I'm like, it feels so much better on this way. And I told Angel, dude, I think it was, and then he was barely experimenting with this. I go, is there a way to change the
layout? That's why you have to put that metal plate in. Huh?
And that's the reason why I have the metal plate. And he's like, he told me I would be the first person he would do this for because he was debating on doing that. Yeah. And he says, I told him, tell you what, if you could give me the same layout as this, I'll pay you however much you want for it. Yeah. And he took it back. It took him like a few months because he had to do it at work. Yeah. It wasn't really something that he could tell us about. Hey, you got a thing on boss, so I'm gonna make this stick for a friend of mine. We'll be right back. It took him a while, but he got it down right, and he made it, and it worked freaking perfect. To this day, I still use it
Yeah.
on my PC and other consoles, PS4
Yeah.
as well. But because of the way that it was laid out in the first place, and I blame the Injustice Stick, really, that's the reason why I have it laid out that way. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
And now you know why, guys. That's why I have it laid out that way. As far as the OptiGate goes, it's harder for me to hit SPD with regular 4-gate motion.
Yeah.
Because I feel like because it's happened to me already where I try to do the full motion, I'll get stuck in a corner if I hit it wrong. And the 8-way gate helps me go from, like, say, using Shoto style to SPD character.
See, the thing with me and OptiGates is, like, when I have an OptiGate in, if I feel the motion not go through, I feel I fucked it up. And, like, instinctively fucked it up.
Yeah, because, like, when you do the down corners, you're expecting for it to get stuck there. Yeah.
So what it turns out I start doing is I start anticipating it beforehand. And I'm more concerned with hitting the circle motion than actually hitting the move.
Yeah.
But with the square gate, I'm like, fucking bring it up as fast as I can and it'll be fine.
Now, I used to... When I was using Guile, I was trying to do the flash kick into critical art.
Yeah.
Which, down back, upright, and then you go from that upright to left right, and then back to upright.
Yeah.
That counts it as the back forward motion. You can't do that on 8-gate.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I managed to do it one time, and actually 2 times. I managed to do that 2 times. And I told my brother whenever I did it at his house, because he's like, yeah, he used Guile, but he never really did the trials. Like, okay, can I do the trials?
Yeah.
But there's a hurricane too. We were bored.
Yeah.
I go, but can I do it? And then he's like, what's hard about it? I'm like, the down back for me is like I'm hitting this wall
Yeah.
that I can't really slide up or down. I have to hit the wall, and then instead of me going up to hit a corner,
Yeah.
I'm hitting another wall. The only thing that'll be easy is like whenever I go back to the up left, it's smoother to go in that direction, and I just go back.
Yeah.
But the initial start of it, if I do it wrong, I'll mess it up completely. So it was hard.
Yeah.
So charge characters are not really preferred to be used with OptiGate, but I'm using Bison, a charge character, with OptiGate.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have that many moves that rely on the
charge.
The charge, like the way the Guile has it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I looked out on that end. Because they're like, why don't you use Guile? I'm like, he's a whole other type of charge character. He's not easy.
Yeah.
And it's
I haven't played 5 in so long. I don't even know how it plays anymore.
this is extra.
It's funny, dude. I haven't played it so long. The last time I touched 5 was at a Neil's Bar tournament. I went just to go and I think what's her name? Linda let me borrow her stick so I could play, and it was a single limb tournament, so I just played like 2 rounds and that was it. I haven't played it since. It's so bad.
I've been playing it still.
Yeah.
I reached platinum
That's the thing.
on both PS4 and PC.
I don't want to get a PS4. I still don't like the system. I feel that it feels cheap. It feels like
It's not worth your time, baby.
I don't like the UI. There's only a few games. There's a few games now I actually would like to try on it. But everybody seems to have like the same experience with online. It's miserable for a lot of games. Not every game. There's a few that work fine, but like other ones like they don't.
Mm-hmm.
And it bugs me that the competitive scene went straight to PS4, and it's like, why?
Well,
I understand
convenience.
I understand Street Fighter V because Sony put the money to help Capcom make the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always get like people bashing on Capcom so much. It's like, yeah, they deserve some bashing, but doesn't Sony deserve a little bit of bashing too? Because they're the ones that put the money up and rush that shit out the door.
I would have expected to see Street Fighter V release like around this time.
Yeah, no, it's like it's fine. Like they rushed it out the door, and again,
It's not bad.
Again, when 5 came out, I thought it was solid. The game plays.
It's fun.
It's fun. You play it fine. It's like it's not 4, but it's not meant to be 4. It's 5.
It's
its own thing, and people complain about it because it's not like this. It's not like this. It's not like this. It's like because it's not meant to be like that or that or that. It's meant to be 5.
It keeps evolving.
It might not be your cup of tea. That's fine. You completely have every right to complain about a game that you don't like playing. But then don't play it. Don't complain about it. Don't Like if you're gonna put the time and energy in order to learn the damn thing, then you should at least have some kind of like fun with it. And if you're not having fun with the game, then why are you still playing it? Why are you still pushing for it? I mean, everybody has that like, oh, esports money. It's like, you're not getting the esports money. I don't care who you are. You are one in a couple of 100,000 at this point. And there's an elite set of people that are going to do it. And like, okay, you put the time in, you could be that person. But if all you're doing is your energy is going to complaining about it, then I don't see you ever making it any further than what you are.
Yeah.
Like, I suck at 5, but because I don't put any energy into it. And it's not because of a desire. I don't like the game. I like the game. I really do enjoy it.
You just don't have access to it.
I don't usually play it. I don't have access to it regularly. And when I do have access to it regularly, I don't really want to play around with the people that are playing it right now. Because they're not exactly the greatest people. You know?
So what do you mean by that, though? Like, are there people that you think...
All right, here's a rant you want for it. Here's a rant that I'm going to put towards it right now. So everyone remembers when Insomnia says we can't host anymore.
Right.
And by that point, Friday nights was usually their free play Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
I had gone a couple times, but at that point, I'm like, okay, like this isn't really doing much for me, and none of my friends are here. So I said, let's go to. Then turns out, hey, U of H is still doing game nights. I talked to Tony. We talked to other people. Let's go there. Go hang out for a while. You can bring your own stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. We go. We have our own small little scene of people that go there. Mm-hmm. Like Eric never liked Insomnia. Tim was just like, this place is okay. You couldn't really used to go all the time.
But then again, like with them, they're very picky.
Well, that's what I'm bringing myself to.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's what I'm bringing myself to.
I'll let you.
The crowd in Insomnia from 4 and then 5 was, that's the pros or the semi-pros or the people who are striving to pre-pros. You had Hamad there. You had Hamad there. You had
the quote-unquote elites.
The elites, yeah. Let's put that word out there to make everybody feel better about themselves. Okay, we had people who deserved it. Yeah. Hamad, you have a deal. And then you have Vagabond was showing up a lot more. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of these people just started showing up, and then you have your kind of underbosses. You had Red there. You had Will there. You had Dave from Replay was there a lot. Mm-hmm. Like the people that were solid and good. Like you had Viper there. You had Raph there. Raphael, all those guys. Then you had us, the people who were just there, and we're competitive and we're trying to get better, but at the same time we're there for fun.
Yeah. And
there was a clear distinction of who those people are. And when I started showing up bringing Thirst Strike, everybody's like, no one wants to play it. I have maybe 5 people. Jesse shows up with a CRT, and we're like, okay, we have our one little spot that's going to be for that.
Jesse's like, thank you so much, bring it over here.
When they tried really hard to bring KOF 13 back, like I got involved in that, right? When me and Sergio were there, it was like Ricky and Leon, a bunch of other guys, like these guys showing up, and like there was an entire KOF room. The gallery was the KOF room for like a month or 2.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what the fuck are they doing here? It's like they're playing KOF. That's what they want. You hear Kenzo going, it's like this shit would have been great like 4 years ago. And but he kind of looked at it kind of downward. And I was like, it's like, well, dude, that's what they want to play. Let them play it. And it's like they would come in and come and gaze and watch and stuff like that, but that was it. They're busy trying to be pros, and that's fine. That's what you want to do. That's what you're spending your money and time to do.
And that's what they're striving for.
And there was a very clear distinction. And let's not face facts here. Let's mix facts here. Like Insomnia was able to get Snake Eyes to show up. Insomnia had Infiltration show up. Insomnia they had Knuckle Dude pop up, and they had because. These upper echelon guys were able to bring some of these like kind of higher, like the super elites or whatever, into the city and just come play. And that's if you want to play. I went to go play Snake Eyes. I went to go play Infiltration. I got a round off Infiltration. I was happy as fuck.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of other people were like showing up, and that was their niche. But they always have this kind of attitude of like, okay, this is our spot. We're busy. You can come play a game every once in a while if we let you. But I want to practice. You're not worth my practice time, basically. That was kind of the mentality that some of them have. Not everybody. Mm-hmm. But some of them they have their own attitudes about things. And then after a while that gets boring. I don't want to be there. I want to go play with my friends. So we started going to U of H. U of H became our thing. That was our Friday nights.
A lot more friendlier.
Because it used to be Thursday Game Guys, but then Game Guys dissolved into whatever, and we couldn't really keep track of it. And then when they moved, and then they don't really have anything going on anymore, and it didn't become a viable option anymore.
Yeah.
And it was a bummer, but that's what happens. And then so we go to U of H. That becomes our thing. Insomnia closes, or they move venues again. They're not hosting. Actually, no, they didn't close. They just like, we can't host anymore. Chris was having problems with his landlord. A bunch of stuff comes up, and he's like, "Look, I love you guys, but I can't host anymore."
Because it's mostly a store.
It's a store. It's a toy store, and they want business there. And when you have people there till 2 a.m, playing the game, they're not really spending any money. And then on top of that, you're eating up Chris's electricity, and he's not really making it. It adds up.
I think honestly,
you buying a Coke and a toy isn't really gonna help him pay his light bill all that much. You better buy a fucking figure for $100 and then he'll talk to you. You know, and that's a viable business. It's like, if we ever open up something, that's got to be an issue we're gonna have to deal with. Like, if like, what are our hours? How long can we keep the light on? Basically.
Yeah.
And so when Insomnia stopped putting things up, and then U of H everybody started hearing, like, hey, they host things on U of H on Fridays. And then the group of us that was there started noticing, oh, there goes Mod. There goes
Jan.
There goes Jan. There goes Gladiator. There goes Kid Viper. There goes Kenzo. There goes all these guys popping up. And I was like, oh, okay. And you can actually see it now when you go to U of H. Well, I haven't been in forever. But the last time I was there, you could see it. There's a divide. Yep. Right there. In the center of that fucking little spot. There's the Smash guys. They're always in that one corner. They're playing their Smash on the big screen, and they have their own with what's his name? Fuck, I forget his name. I haven't been there, but the guy who's always there every week.
With the glasses?
Yeah, the glasses. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. He's a nice dude. He's the one who has the Dreamcast set up with the sticks that are awesome, and I love those fucking things. And, and he's got his VGA box for the Dreamcast, and it's like, that's legit. I love that setup. Then you got us, and it's like the Poverty guys,
CDS2.
the CDS2 guys, and whatever his name is, and then. And,
I think you mean Joe.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Like, I don't hide the fact that I don't like the dude, and so and that'll be another minute or two later on. And it's like, and then it was me dragging my fucking CRT up there because that's what needs to be played for Third Strike. So I brought it up there, and like, you have Adrian popping up, you have Eric there, you had Tim there, you had like all these people showing up, and then you got them. They have that one spot next to the TV on the other side, the opposite side, where the entrance is at. And they're there, and they're playing their game, and they don't want to really be bothered. They want their spot. I remember when fucking Adil had Tekken 7 a week and a half, 2 weeks early, and he's in that corner, that little small spot.
Yeah.
And there's no one.
There's like a little notch right there.
There's that little notch right next to the TV, and it's just him and one other person and a few people guarding it because they don't want people seeing that he's playing. He's got it there. And they might not be what they were doing. He might have been trying to show it off or whatever, but he wasn't supposed to be doing that. Yeah. That's a 2 week early game. He's got that game. Okay. He's got that game 2 weeks early, and like, hey, wait a minute. How do you have access to that and we don't? Because you're involved. You have your company provides a service to the FGC. The FGC and the company that provides for them is going to help you out a little bit. Yeah. And that's fine. You have your in. That's your in. You have your early access.
And honestly, if he doesn't take care of that, it could.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't ever.
So that's justified. You know, in a sense.
I don't give him any gripe about it. I don't give him any shit about it. What I give people shit about is when everybody else wants to try to get in, there's a wall of like, we don't necessarily want you here. Right. And that really bums me out. And that killed a lot of the UH scene for me. Because it's like, you see the divide. You see literally the section of players that are on that side. They're playing their Guilty Gear. They're playing their FIFA 5. They're playing their Tekken 7. And they don't want to be bothered. They want to play their games with the people they want to play with. And if you try to play against them, they'll probably let you in every once in a while. But you more likely are better bringing your own setup and just set it up on our side.
Alright, well, I'm going to tell you a quick little story about that same thing that happened. Like, you notice, you mentioned Gladiator.
Yeah.
Okay. Swole guy.
Yeah.
Mexican guy, right?
Yeah,
he came here one time whenever I was leaving.
Yeah, he was here for like for a little setup or whatever, because I had room, and I'm like, well, fuck it, I have enough room and space, so.
Now, I never fought the dude until a month ago. Alright, it's one of the few times I actually started coming back to U of H, because They hadn't seen me in a while either. I was working a lot.
Yeah.
And I finally had a chance to go over there. And that it was the time where like, a week prior, I was on. I played on his setup, and he never fought me before, and he was fighting Todd.
Yeah.
And he beat Todd very convincingly.
Yeah.
And
yeah, because Gladiator's good.
He's really good.
He's solid.
He's really good.
Probably the most intimidating Balrog you'll play against.
I give that distinction to Caleb.
Well, Caleb's a technical player.
Yeah, well,
Caleb.
Here's the thing. If you don't know how to fight Gladiator, he's the most intimidating player. Well, not player, but the character you're gonna fight. I knew how to fight.
Yeah.
That kind of style, and I used Zangief against him.
Yeah.
And I made it hurt. So I won the matches. He won the first few, but then I started creeping up more and more on him.
Yeah.
And he was getting more flustered than what I was thinking. I was figuring out.
That's his thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured out what he's doing next. And I'm trying to. And it seems like people were watching the matches I was having with him. A week later, it was the last day that PT1 was there.
Yeah.
That was like the week, right before he was gonna leave.
Yeah.
They had one setup on one side playing Street Fighter 5, and I had my own setup on the other side.
Yeah.
And he tried to play. He was playing like the people over there, and then he kept losing.
Yeah.
I think they sent him to where I was. They sent him over there to where we were.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I understand if they're training for something, but people want to hang around the people that are like really good at the game.
Yeah.
Right? And Gladiator, you could tell he was not defeated, but he it kind of hurt his self-esteem a bit.
Yeah.
And I told him, it's like, your Balrog's scary. Don't get me wrong. He can do some stuff with it.
Yeah. Keep calling on me to drink.
But the way that you play him, he's way too aggressive.
Yeah.
The same thing happened with Benzo the Beast.
Yeah.
Because his style is, he had really, really mean rush downs. And he just gets in your face and just starts hitting you until he'll come away with the win.
Yeah.
And I was telling Benzo, hey dude, like this is like, I've been beating him almost every single time. He only beat me one time, but I had the most wins over him. And he told me, like, why? How come I can't beat you convincingly? I'm like, because I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
It's not that you're predictable. It's like you're too aggressive. I know you're set up that the way it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
If you don't change that, it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to hear that. So he still kept doing what he was doing. Granted, he won the season for the Street Fighter 5 that we did.
Yeah. When
it came down to it, whenever me and him had to fight again, I always had his number.
Yeah.
Always. So seeing the U of H thing, and I've seen it too. Like I see the divide, but it sucks because I'm there to have a good time. Yes, I'm there to train too. Help some of my friends that want to continue to play 5 that want to, right?
Yeah.
Help them out in some things like Naughty Monkey. Of course, his issue with the game. Like he hasn't found that right character that he likes yet.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Todd, still helping him out. And it gets to the point to where you'll see that divide, and you actually can see the rank of each player. That it makes it seem like we want to end up on their setup.
Yeah.
We want to fight them. And
but then there's also the ones that don't give a shit. They're playing
just to play.
They're playing Real About Fatal Fury or or Fighters or Carno's Revenge or something.
Or the whatchamacallit, the Windjammers.
Windjammers is hype. I love that game.
They started playing that over there.
Oh damn it! That makes me want to go again because fucking Windjammers is hype.
They started playing that over there, but But the scene has always been like that. That's like it was like that whenever it was Insomnia and Game Guys.
When I was bringing Third Strike up, there's only like a handful of people that ever wanted to play.